Here we go. All right, so we have one out, Alvin. He'll be out with the knee. Did not practice today. And then Chris will be questionable with the back. He was limited today. Tolly's still on there, but he was full and good to go. Devin was full and good to go with the ankle. So that's the medical report, and we're ready to roll.
Is Alvin going to avoid injured reserves?
We're not putting him on injured reserve. No.
And obviously promising that Chris was able to come back. Is that what you expect?
Yeah, he was able to practice today and obviously let the thing play itself out over the course of the next 48 hours. But he was practicing today and still a little bit limited, but did well.
And you said Long was good to go as well?
Yep, good to go, full practice.
What's your confidence level in Devin Neal stepping into that?
Yeah, feel great about Devin. And really that whole backfield. I thought, the guys we've signed, Audric, Evan, those type of guys, as they've kind of developed, they've done a nice job, and we signed Ian this week. And so for that group, it's a younger group that's really pounced on these opportunities. I'm excited about all of them.
What was it that when it set out the Ian Wheeler from hours or anything like that?
Yeah. We got two opportunities to work him out. And so the first opportunity, we were really impressed. We ended up signing Evan. But really, we love both of these guys. And so then, as this week progressed, felt like it would be beneficial to bring in another guy. And so he did another fantastic workout. Good player. You can feel the spark, the energy. He's really, really focused. He's really detailed. Again, I think it's always impressive in the middle of the season when you get these guys who show up and their ability to really start grasping the system really quickly in a unique circumstance. It's not training camp where you get the whole traditional install. You kind of got to piece it all together really fast. And so I've been really impressed.
Kind of highlighted something similar about Audric Estimate, about how quickly he caught on to things. Do you expect him to have a large role this weekend with Alvin out?
Yeah. Obviously, we anticipate Audric, playing in this game and playing a role. And so, again, he's applied himself really well over the month or so that he's been here. And so he's put himself in a really good position. Yeah, we'll let that play itself out, and we'll obviously there'll be a transaction tomorrow, and both those guys have done well this week from a kicking perspective, and so should be good to go.
Is there anything more you need to see from either one, or is it just a matter of y'all just have to make that decision?
Yeah, we'll let that thing happen tomorrow, and but obviously they've both done well, and so from this point we're not going to have any additional full speed kicking. We'll be good to go.
What's the just peek behind the curtain if you can in terms of the process of making that decision, who all's involved, how those conversations go?
Yeah. Personnel and coaches really work hand in hand as we go through that process. There was an evaluation, obviously, Monday and Tuesday with where our roster was, a couple workouts. We kicked on Thursday. So both guys had a few different kicks throughout practice. We kind of intermixed it throughout practice. And so both did well, and then, we just communicate with that, make a decision, and that'll happen obviously tomorrow with the transactions.
With Devin kind of sliding in, has this been kind of an ideal way to bring somebody along, I guess? Obviously you don't want people getting hurt, but you're able to kind of incrementally build them up to this time.
I think that's a good observation for sure. Devin's obviously kind of progressed as this season's gone on. Limited training camp because of injury. Still was ready and available as the early season went on. Obviously unfortunate to lose Kendre, so then his role increases to the 2 spot. And he's just continued to increase. And I just really love and appreciate his consistency. He's really dialed. He understands his responsibility each and every play, each and every opportunity. Love his energy. Love his juice that he's going to provide for us. And so I'm really excited about him.
When you look at the tape on the Dolphins, what has really stood out to where they've been successful the last 3 or 4?
Yeah, I think, it always starts with turnovers, red zone football. I think there's some trend lines there, and then you look at them and, limited explosives, very, very good there. And so all those, categories kind of add up to playing really stout defense. They're not giving up a ton of points because of that. I think they're playing pretty good in the run game. They got really good edges. They got some really talented players on that team. A lot of pieces that were kind of added, a few pieces that were added this year. And so, you can tell that they're starting to play better and better together.
Did kind of the red zone operation for you all continue to have, or how much of a focus do you continue to have on the course of this week?
Yeah. Get to evaluate each and every week. And so obviously the goal is to play better down there because we know the impact that it certainly had on this past game. We weren't able to get it done. We'll continue to try and build the plan, keep evolving, keep growing, keep finding different solutions as we go. And so, we'll get there.
Does their effectiveness as a red zone defense factor into your preparation at all, or are you more focused on what you're doing than what they're doing?
It's always a combination. You got to start with yourself, make sure you're doing what suits us best. And then secondly is obviously, always looking at the opponent, how do they play schematically, personnel wise. And so they've done a good job. I think that's been a trend line for them that has had positive impacts on their games for them is forcing field goals. They're leading the league in forcing field goals in the red zone. And so they've done a nice job there.
Friday is traditionally like the red zone day, you guys.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Is that something like as the problem kind of they're still there? Is that something where you would look at extending it to like practicing on Thursday or early in the week? Is that something you guys have done already? Or anything like that?
We always talk about finding different ways to navigate it. Obviously, we really devote pretty much all of this Friday to red zone, and so we spend a lot of time on it. We just got to continue to get better there.
Is Alvin kind of week to week at this point?
Yeah. I think that's fair to say. We'll see how it goes.